Righty. I'm guessing this is live. Hopefully the connection's all right. Turn the camera around. I think I can I? Let's see, I can. So at the moment, I don't know if there's anybody in here yet. I just thought I'd do a quick Christmas live, basically. So I wonder if I can flip the TV on and just monitor how this is going. So bear with me for a second. Anybody in here? No. Righty. Just run the chat up. Can I run the chat up? Oh, crikey dick. Man, I have not done a live in a long time. DG Retro. What's happening, brother? I just thought I'd do a quick wee live for Christmas, basically. Who else is in here? I just said somebody else has popped up. I'm just going to try and see if I can monitor how this is going on YouTube. Just see if I can get it up on the little TV in the workshop. Get an idea how good it is. Be with you in a sec. Why is it showing sideways? Because it is sideways. So anyway, that's a little bit delayed. Anyway, so what's happening, people? So, Danny, just thought I'd give you a quick wee update with Christmas, just sort of show you what's sort of going on. So I've got this Falcon Newt in here. Get rid of that crap off the screen. How the heck do I get rid of that shit? Alright, don't want to do that. How do I just get onto them just the normal screen without the shit showing up down the bottom? Frag. Get out of there. I hate trying to do this on my phone. It's a damn sight easier on a computer. I hope this is working right. I don't know. Got that ute going. Now, flip the camera around so it's a bit easier for me to look. So we got the ute sorted and working on that. So I did a couple of clips up on TikTok yesterday, just showing what I'd started. So I cut a piece out of the roof here yesterday, and then I've started on this piece in here. It's going to do the great gaping hole, and obviously got more stuff to do across the top of the windscreen and stuff down here and hole in here, and there's bound to be more like these other stuff on the other side. So the marina, basically all the body work is done. Where I've taped it out, I'm just going to blend it out for sanding, and then this will be ready for paint. This does run now, which you haven't seen on videos. Let's see if it'll fire up. Well, I've got a couple of pumps. And let's choke. There's the choke here somewhere. So it does run pretty good. That's no choke. It's not cold, but here, but this morning. But so I got that all up and running. We had to change the starter because that wasn't working. Had to figure out some electrical issues with the distributor. I just couldn't get good power down there. Had to change the battery because the original one just wasn't holding charge. And when I was trying to crank, it was borderline down into almost 6 volts on the crank, so it wasn't getting a good enough strong spark. I haven't started on the Mori yet, so that would be probably next week in between Christmas and New Year's and bits and pieces. I'll probably start on that, unless I just carry on with this for a few days. So I'm going to spend probably today and tomorrow morning on this. And then obviously it'll be tomorrow morning, Saturday for me. So then obviously I won't work probably Sunday, Monday, and I don't know, maybe some of Tuesday. But Tuesday is my father's birthday. So I'll spend a wee bit of time with him since he can't get out and about at the moment. His health isn't very good. He's if you didn't know, I've mentioned it in videos, but I don't know if I've actually ended up putting in the clips. He had, well, not 100% sure, we think he's got past it, but he had cancer growth on his kidney that wrapped around his pelvis, and it ate quite a lot of the bone away. We think he's got past the cancer part of it with natural means, not chemo. But yeah, it's because his pelvis is very weak. He's in a lot of pain. So he can't walk far. He hasn't been able to do much for probably since about this time last year. But it took us a while to figure out what was going on. But yeah, so hopefully he's on the mend, but it's going to be very, very slow and stuff like that. But I might just open that door up so it's a little bit better signal, hopefully, for you. But yeah, so we started working on this Falcon Ute. I'm trying to buy a 51, 52 DeSoto from the south. Not 100% sure how that's going to go because I'm trying to get enough cash to get it bought by it. The funds been a little bit tight on that project, just mainly because I've had to do a bit of running around backwards and forwards with stuff, and I just haven't had, what would you say, I just haven't had the time to spend on it in one hit to try and get it sorted. I should have been able to get it done in a week, but it's kind of dragged out, so it's left me a little bit short in cash from that, and I haven't done much from this yet. So yeah, because I haven't done. I've been slow on that. Yeah, I haven't had any more money coming on for that yet. So, yeah, once I've done a little bit on this, I'll better get some cash in from that. And hopefully I better put a deposit on that car and then get that. I was hoping to buy another car with it, but I was dealing with another guy through Facebook. And because the owner of the car isn't on Facebook or something like that. So here you go, guys. Welcome. So yeah, this guy on Facebook was dealing secondhand information through this other guy that wasn't on Facebook for this DeSoto. And so yeah, I could see us getting, only half messages, I guess you would call it, until I managed to start talking to the guy. But yeah, he had a second car, which was a 55 Dodge Kingsway, And the other guy said, oh, he probably only wants $300 or $400 for it, but he actually wants, you know, closer to a couple of grand for it. So I was going to turn it into a burnout car and put a Barra 6 in it to start doing burnouts, then maybe build a V8 later on. But yeah, it's kind of, if it was $300, $400, I probably would have done it. But for the extra bit of money, I just can't afford that at the moment. I can't afford to spend $5 grand on 2 cars, whereas I'd just rather get one in the meantime and have one that I can work on. And the 52 design, I think it is 51 or 52. I'm going to try and lead select that. We'll see how that pans out. I'll get it here, assess it, and then see what it's going to take to actually get it on the road and get it live and registered so I can use it. And then we'll either chop it before then, or we might chop it afterwards. I'll get it running and driving, get it on the road, and then maybe down the line a little bit chop it. I'm not sure. We'll just see how that pans out. But yeah, so that's kind of what's happening at the moment. At some stage, I need to get back onto the studio and get the headlights and bits and pieces. Turn the camera around. I need all the headlights and everything wired up. I've been meaning to do that for a long time. I just never got back there. We've got to try and... So I've got all the reflectors and everything for it, but I've got no bulb holders. They were all kind of destroyed, I would kind of say. Like I've only got one, and because they're the old school ones, I've got bits and pieces in... Here's in here. Yeah, I think there's the wiring and some of that bits of the headlights and stuff are in the air, but I've only got one backing, but it's the old school bulbs, like the old 6-volt. So they are very, what do you want to call it? Just not easy to get parts for. So we want to try and convert it to something a bit more modern, but still 6-volt. Not sure what we're going to do there for headlights. Well, I need to do some more research at some point and try and get this all finished and wired up so it's done, if you know what I mean. And then it's hopefully the guy that's meant to be doing the upholstery that we've been waiting on for fucking 12 months get his shit sorted out. Might even end up, trying to get the owner to take it to the people that are doing the upholstery for the little marina, because they say actually one of them used to work for him, the guy, and he said he's very bad at not sort of like building a list of people for their work, and just if you don't keep reminding him, he'll just forget about you, and then it'll be 2 years later and you'll be going, oh shit, you're going to do my upholstery one of these days shortly. And they go, oh yeah, I'll get it in, after this next one. And if you don't keep on them, you'll never get it done, sort of type thing. So I've actually said to him, like, these guys they're doing the upholstery are actually busy, but, maybe in a few months' time you might better sneak it in there and get it started. So yeah, I actually need to ring them and find out how they're getting on with the colour for the upholstery for this too. Because the seat, they went through and they can actually get like the matching vinyl with the grains and this stuff, but we were struggling to get the colour to come close. But it's weird, it's like a winey colour, but then this is quite brown. So we're not really sure whether the dash was originally brown and these are just faded like to a winey colour, or whether they're being replaced. But the seats were the same, like, colours and upholstery. So I'm just trying to see if we can get the right colours from somewhere. But yeah, so basically I think probably between Christmas and New Year's, or just after New Year's, I'll get this painted and get the windscreen rubbers sorted. They're sitting there with the new channel, lock channel. We'll get all that back in once we've got it painted, and then we can get all the last little bits and pieces. So I've still got to go through pull the wheels off and check the brakes because they are a little grabby. Well, that one's actually, oh yeah, They just don't want to roll very nice. They're quite stiff, and the back ones are the same. Just, you know, they don't want to. It's like they're working, but those are like half seized. So it was set for 4 years. So plus, you know, I'm not sure. It's only done 44,000 Ks. So we don't know how much work it's sort of done prior to when she bought it. She only drove it around for a little while and then went off the road because they had so much rust. It's one of those old bits. So that was the bottom of, yeah, this one. And the other side was worse, but it was rotten further in as well. And then obviously we had rotten here. And then there was wasn't a bad hole. Get on there. Yeah. That's that fucking shit primer underneath. I bet you. I've never had that. But I used this. There you go. I will never buy this again. I will never ever buy this again. I used this. There you go, everybody. I used this here for the first time on here, and here to do spot repairs. And it took 3 days and it still wouldn't sand. And I grounded off these and I thought, oh, no, I'll leave it on here. I've got it reasonable. We'll just put some other 2-pack over top. That's split. I'll put the 2-pack over top because it hasn't dried properly. I've never ever had that do that to me on anything. So yeah, that is definitely going back today. I get 6 cans of it. I will not use it, so I'm going to have to grind that off and start again. That pisses me off. I didn't notice that till this morning. Wow. Yeah, I will definitely not use that. I've done it on here too, because I ground most of that off, but it's obviously shrinking. That other shit's still shrinking underneath. Oh my god, that's a pain in the ass. Thank Christ I haven't put it anywhere else. Yeah, so that's a reaction from that other primer underneath. She hasn't done it here, but I can see. See, I also wasn't like this yesterday. Yeah, see, it's at that other primer underneath, which I ground most of it off here, but I didn't get it all off. If you know what I mean? I might have to Scotch-Brite this and go right back to my repair and start again. What a pain in the ass. Crazy. That sucks. That really does suck. Yeah. I'll have to take photos of that and show it to those guys. Yeah, I will definitely never ever use that, whatever it is. Lindar, I guess that you'd call that, primer filler. Because like my paint cups and my masking tape are all that brand as well, but I mainly use the Robolo for everything else, like body filler and primer and whatever else. So that's the primer, body filler I use, and primer's over in the cupboard. So yeah. So that's the primer I use. Multi-Fill Express ME1. It's absolutely awesome, but yeah, I have never ever had anything crack. Like that's been on there 2 days. I think I've had that primer on there 2 days, and that was on there for 3 underneath that. And I reckon that's shrunk because it's still drying. And I put this over top, like about 4 days later, and it's cracked on me. I have never ever had that, and the repair's only in here. Like I've got a wee bit of filler in through here because it buckled on me. But yeah, that pisses me off now. Oh wow. But anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick live, I guess you'd call it, for Christmas, and just say Merry Christmas and whatever. I might do another one during the new year or during between. But yeah, crazy. So what do you got here, Danny? I have seen people 3D print bulb holders for 4H and H7. Yeah, I don't know how that would go on there. Like that, maybe. Just with the heat. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, what else is people sitting in there? You could get a few old. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I would like to do some builds at some stage and sell them, but just I need to be a bit more financial at some point. But yeah, we will get there. Are you going to go live on Christmas Day, Danny? Yeah. I'll have to, if I see you, I'll pop in. Biggest problem is we're fucking 12 hours apart. Doesn't make it easy, does it? Well, basically 12 hours apart. But yeah, it's kind of what's going on here. So yeah, there's a bit more, like I said, there's a bit more rot down here somewhere. Oh, there's a rot down in here. Hold on, turn the camera on, son. There's some rot down in here in this post as well. So there's bound to be more. Once I actually get it really cleaned up across here as I'm going, we'll find more. Bound to. I know it's had some repairs down here, so I've got to look into that and strip the sills off, or the rockers off. And I don't know, it's half tempting to look into here to just see what's been done too, just to make sure it's all solid before he, because this has had a motor conversion. It was originally a 6-cylinder, pre-Barrett engine. If you guys know what the Barrett 6 is, Ford Barrett 6 from Australia and New Zealand. Very strong engine, but this has had a V8 put in it. But this is like the early, the old 250 non-crossflow. Well, this was the later version of that, where they put an alloy crossflow head on. And then after that, they changed the engine, the heads again, basically. So this had one of those, the crossflow heads. And this, I'm not sure now if it's where it's got a 302 or a 351 Windsor or Cleveland or whatever's in here. I'm not sure. Or it could be even a later, like the Mustang motor that was in some of the like 90s stuff. I'm not sure what motors in this. I tried to get the hood up the other day, but I'm not sure. Like I couldn't find the trigger for it because it's been all played with a little bit. So I'll get the bonnet up one day and I'll do a video on it. But yeah, it's had the engine changed, so it's got to be certified here. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on at the moment. Not a lot, but we're getting there. We're slowly getting some stuff on. But yeah, I desperately want to get into building something for myself as well. That 51 DeSoto, yeah, especially if I can get the studio out of here, I'll park it in here and then I'll work on that in between, other vehicles. So if I can have it in here and just, where that is, and just do a bit of work on it. I know it's got a little bit of rot in it. It's either that, or if I'll probably might end up with maybe the 37 Nash in here. I don't know, we'll just see how things pan out over the next month or two. Yeah. Also, I like it when they don't tell you need a special gun for using panel bond. I've never used it before. So I can glue this hood back together, or bonnet back together, where it's all comes separated. And there's not much guts in these old Marina bonnet. So it's all flexing. So I need to glue that back together. But yeah, they didn't tell me I needed a special gun for that. It's kind of handy, but anyway. Oh, here's the other bottom for that front guard. So she was pretty rotten in there. But yes, I will definitely, they're going to ring me about the gun today. So I'll take that primer back. I'll take some photos of this before I go back and show them. Like that was It was like 4 days after when I did the priming. After I did, like, finished doing body work after I ground shit off. But it's still, yeah, that's crazy. I've never had that primer do that to me, and it'll be because of the shit that's underneath that I didn't fully take off. I ground it back and roughed it up so I could carry on with body work and then start putting primer over top, but I'm gonna have to fucking strip it right off. Well, I only have to do these 3. Fortunately, everything else should be okay because it hasn't had that shit on it. Just check them all though, just in case. Yeah, this one here seems to be okay. I don't see. Oh yeah, it kind of trying to split that corner. Yeah, that's all good. It's weird though. I've never had that, but it's got to be that primer underneath it. Or I just haven't cleaned it all off. Yeah, those repairs will look alright. There's another one down there, but it's right underneath. But yeah, anyway, I might call it here for this live and actually get some work done on that and go from there. But I'm going to have to fix that. That sucks. Anyway, we'll catch you later on. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and we'll do another live, hopefully between maybe Christmas and New Year's at some point when I'm down here doing a wee bit of more work on one of these. Right, catch you later. Thanks, guys.